tools to make the moves, the keys for what you need. Opportunity knocking, yeah. They got the right price. This ain't no game. It's a house heist. It's a house heist.
Around here we call it a house heist, meaning get the knowledge before you discuss price. So when investments knock, you be there to answer. Then you can be the boss just like Tony Danza. Gab and Herb gon' hit you with the word. So open up your mind and be prepared to learn the best tips for the flip. Yo, it's lit. I'm talking larger stakes on larger stakes. Come on.
House heist.
Welcome to a special edition of House Heist Uncut. I'm Gabrielle.
And I'm Herbert.
We are here to entertain, educate, and empower.
We say, when opportunity knocks,
Answer.
we believe when opportunity knocks. Answer.
Absolutely. All right. So this is a special edition because with everything business, we understand that it starts where?
In the mind.
If your mind. And in the famous words of Jeezy,
Get your mind right.
get
With a
your
little
mind
Master
right.
P on the end.
Little Rick Ross said, Master P. All right, so we got to get our mind right. And so we're here to really discuss with you some strategies to get your mind right. You know, what is, number one, what is your state of mind? You know, where is your mindset? And what are some strategies you can use to get your mind together to really thrive in your, not only your business life, but also your personal life, your spiritual life, your fitness. I mean, it's just a whole, we like to call it a triple or quadruple threat.
Right. Absolutely.
And so we're here just really to share some tips with you guys. And so
We call this the millionaire mindset.
yes, millionaire mindset. Yeah. So House Heist Uncut Millionaire Mindset Edition. Here we go.
And here we are. I'm going to read a little something for you from Tony Robbins. He's one of our famous, people we like to follow and listen to and take advice from. He says, often we are caught in a mental trap of seeing enormous successful people and thinking they are where they are because they have some special gift. Yet, if you look closer, it shows that the greatest gift that extraordinarily successful people have over the average person is their ability to get themselves to take action.
I love that.
So today, we will equip you with the tools to take action.
Mm-hmm. Take action over everything, every aspect of your life. And so
Family, relationship, business, finance, every action. We'll equip you with the tools. So here we are.
all right, step one. Again, what are we talking about? We're talking about the millionaire mindset. And everyone has different goals. I mean, maybe you don't want to be a millionaire, but we all strive, to accomplish greatness. Herb doesn't want to be a millionaire. He wants to be a billionaire. Yeah. And so, maybe for you, it's not the millionaire status. Maybe it's the billionaire status, or maybe it's the thousandaire status. Whatever it is, what is it within you to help you have the best life that you can possibly have? And so we're here to discuss that with you. And number one, it starts with
State of mind. And the state of mind, honestly, is the most important part of all of this. Because I think Muhammad Ali used to say it all the time, and you ever pay attention to it, he said, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the absolute greatest. Mm-hmm. What he did, he was programming himself. At that point, he hadn't yet obtained greatness, but he was programming himself to be the greatest by telling himself he was the greatest. So state of mind means everything.
Positive affirmation. So, with that, for me, that makes me feel like, what story are you telling yourself?
Yes.
What are you telling yourself, each and every day? We talk about, things that, our mind can easily go negative,
Yes.
when we come across or encounter a certain situation. Like you may see a friend or someone that you knew from back in the day or whatever, and you're waving and you're speaking, and they turn their head and go off the other way. Mm-hmm. Well, your mind instantly goes, oh, well, they trying to act funny, or they're trying to be funny. But you don't know, like, what happened. You know, did they just have their eyes dilated where they didn't see you, you know, or, you know, were they having a bad day? Did they just receive some disturbing information and they were so engulfed in what they were dealing with and what they were going through that waving and speaking to you was the furthest thing from their mind.
Yes.
But our minds instantly go, well, what's wrong with them? They being funny, you know, because we instantly, our state of mind goes instantly to the negative aspect of things.
And here's a little quote from Frederick Lenz. He says, your state of mind creates your view or your window on life. So basically,
that's a good one right there.
That sounds like some Pastor Mike right there.
Yes, Pastor.
But really, what you put in your mind is how basically what's inside of you comes out into the world. So whatever you're putting into your mind comes out into the world. It comes out into fruition. So they always say, stay guard of your mind. Watch the things that you allow to come into your world or into your mind at this point. So state of mind is everything. And what are your values, basically? If your values kind of align your state of mind, and your focus aligns your state of mind. So whatever you're focused on helps with your state of mind, or your state of mind goes toward that. So where focus goes, energy flows, as they always say, and that's the truth. Because if you focus on negativity, well, your state of mind is going to become negative, and what's going to happen in your world is going to be negative. So that's called self-sabotage. You don't ever want to self-sabotage yourself. And you want to always focus on exactly what you want to accomplish and what you want to achieve. I know sometimes it's hard when you have all these outside forces kind of coming into your world, which interrupts your flow and it interrupts your state of mind. But you have to stand guard of those things and don't allow them to come into your world. So it's best to guard your mind and only input things that you want to come out into your world, into your state of mind.
Guard your mind, guard your heart. Yeah. That flows all the way through. So what are some tips for people to get their mind right, have their state of mind intact?
Listen to Jeezy. I'm joking. I am
joking. He dropped a new album now.
Oh, he did. Yeah, it's called. Actually, it's pretty powerful.
You know, and speaking of Jeezy, one of the biggest hip hop events of the quarantine, I feel, was the Jeezy Gucci battle.
Yeah, it was.
That was pretty huge on a lot of levels there, and it really, just it
shows the it showed the evolution of both artists.
Yes,
especially Jeezy, his evolution, his growth. Gucci Mane is Gucci Mane. I'm sorry, Gucci Mane gonna be Gucci Mane to the day
Gucci.
Gucci from Bessemer. So ain't nothing wrong with Bessemer, but Gucci don't know how to let that Bessemer leave out of him.
But he forgave. He forgave him in the end.
Evolution.
Evolution. And honestly, I know we kind of got to flowing, but honestly, I didn't realize, because at first when it first came on with all the I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, Gucci is serious about
it's a little aggressive
battle right now. But I didn't realize the history that those two guys had. Yeah. So we talk about evolution and state of mind and growth.
But if you paid attention to Jeezy, his state of mind was on positivity.
Yeah, he sat back.
It was on evolution. It was on moving the culture forward. And that's all we're saying. Basically, what you put into your body comes out into your world, and what Jeezy was putting into his body came out into his world. He wanted peace. He wanted to move the culture forward. He wants to move the people forward.
Right.
So
because if he was not on that positivity, I'm grown and I'm on some other owning half Atlanta stuff, then that battle could have gone real left real quick. Absolutely. With the wrong two people together
with
up
the
there
wrong
on that
state
stage.
of minds.
That's
if
right.
both people had the wrong state of minds, it could have been a disaster. Basically.
Yes, it really could have.
Catastrophe almost.
Yes.
So
I think Gucci was ready for that catastrophe.
Yeah, he had about 30 jokers with him. I said, Jesus must got an army outside.
Right.
Because, hey, the Gucci was ready, yeah.
He was all ready. Did not sit down the entire time. Okay, state of mind. But even with that, even though, we're going to move forward, but even with the Gucci scenario, you talk about him and, he was still on the rah-rah, but he has evolved as well, coming from.
Both men have evolved,
being, where he was to now. Yes. And so Keisha Kaur has helped him along that way. I think a strong woman next to a strong man also helps.
It does. It does. It keeps you from having to search and seek.
Right.
So I
That's
agree
right.
with you on that. But basically, and I'm glad we brought that Gucci and that Jeezy up because their values have changed.
Yes.
And that's the most important part of a state of mind situation. If you change your values, you change your life.
And sometimes your values conflict.
And sometimes your values conflict with who you want to become.
Right.
You know, because, and some of those values have been instilled in you from your parents and their parents. But they don't align with who you are becoming as an individual and who you see yourself being.
Right.
And basically, some of those values were instilled in them because they had to go through a different time than you're going to. But as they say, some of the old values really do stand still. You got to have character. You got to have integrity. But your character and your integrity might be different than what their definition of character and integrity is.
Absolutely.
So values, change your values. Your values and your state of mind align. And once they align, it keeps the negative things out of your life and all the positive, and you moving forward into where being the person that you see yourself being.
Absolutely. So state of mind is everything. It starts with where your mindset is. So
Absolutely.
get your mind right.
Get your mind right. Hey, we got a little bit of everybody in that one.
Hey, but they were all great. All are great people.
Yeah, they're great artists, and they're actually moving our culture forward if you pay attention to it. And this evolution, their state of mind has changed. They're not on what they were on 20 years ago. They're on building wealth and giving back that wealth and helping others and showing them how to build wealth. And
Rick Ross brought Wingstop back.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, I mean, to the forefront.
Yeah,
you know?
so it's state of mind, the most important part of it all. The next after state of mind is what you think?
Self-talk. So self-talk is what are you telling yourself? You know, what affirmations and positivity are you putting into your brain each and every day? And HBJ is huge on reading, and reading, you know, not necessarily self-help books, but I guess, you know, mental, just getting his mental and mindset right. You know, just reading, putting positivity into your brain each and every day. And so,
and I'm a
self-talk.
I am personally a student of self-development. I can honestly sit here and tell you that. And the way I go about self-development is like Gab and I, we look at it as a holistic approach. Self-development not only relates to the mind, but it also relates to the body, it relates to the spirit, and it relates to the soul. So you need all of those to have the complete holistic approach. And you can have all of those. You know, I grew up in the era where, you know, my father told me, oh, you got to be the man of the house. And I have no problem being the man of the house. However, I thought that was the only thing I can do was focus on making money and being the man of the house. Well, you know, back then, you know, you can just bring the check home and your wife will take care of the kids in the household. Well, it's a whole different scenario now. Now your wife wants you in the house. They want you to help with the kids. And they want you to be active in their whole environment. So
And cook once a week. You know,
and cook. So making money is not just the only thing you do these days. You have to have a holistic approach to your life. So I say all that to say self-talk is vitally important when it comes to your state of mind.
So what are you feeding? What are you feeding your mind?
What are you telling yourself?
No level of obstacle can prevail in crippling a mind that's continuously fed with positive self-talk.
I'm the greatest. I'm the absolute greatest. Nobody
Of
will
all
ever
time,
beat me.
of all time.
Floyd Mayweather says it all the time. I'm the greatest. Money Mayweather. People get upset with him for saying that, but he is one of the greatest. He absolutely is the greatest, and he carries himself like the greatest. So what we're saying to you is self-talk. What are you telling yourself? Don't allow other people's opinion to affect who you are and who you see yourself being. Now, sometimes it's a gap between who you see yourself being and where you are right now. Not a problem. That self-talk, it makes that gap smaller. Keep that self-talk. Keep telling yourself, keep pushing yourself.
Absolutely. Our subconscious mind accepts our beliefs, feelings, convictions, and what we consciously accept as the truth.
Commit yourself to feeding yourself great self-talk.
All right. Next one.
What's your strategy to become the person you see yourself being, or achieving that goal that you have in front of you, or taking your family to the next level? What's your strategy?
What's your strategy? Strategy is the same thing as a plan. So what are your plans to overcome, whatever it is that you have going on in your life? What is your strategy? How are you strategically going to get through to the next big thing in your life?
And I know right now we are in the middle of a crisis. However, a crisis has been in our, I guess, world several times over. We always gonna have issues moving forward. So I know this is a big issue, but we always gonna have issues when it comes to moving forward to becoming who you want to be. You're always gonna have obstacles. You're always gonna have family members that are, that are sick or ill. You're always gonna have, doubters and haters. But what is your plan to get to where you want to go? What's your plan?
Strategy is about making choices, trade-offs. It's about deliberately choosing to be different.
What I know if you build a culture strong enough, and you build this culture with things you want to see coming out of there, then it will work for you and others around you. Mm-hmm. That's what I do know. So you build a culture. You pretty much put your feelings and your conviction on this culture, and then they'll start accepting it. And then once everybody has accepted it, what you want will come out of that culture.
Right. And let me say this. Let me pause because as we are kind of digging through these steps, this is something that we both practice, number one, ourselves. These are tips, if you will, yes. The word tip, that we actually utilize in our daily lives, from our personal lives to our relationship, to our business lives. Yes. And also the millionaire mindset was a challenge that we birthed during the onset of the pandemic. So what we're sharing with you is just things and tips that have helped us to help us grow. And
many other people, because
yes.
we had many other people that joined us in this challenge.
During the challenge, right.
The challenge. And like I said, it was birthed during the quarantine. And, it's said that we're going back into another
we almost need to.
Going back into another quarantine.
We need a good month.
Yeah. But when we go back into this quarantine, I say to you, don't let your goals and your dreams be pushed back. Let's continue to work on them. And what we're doing is we're equipping you with the tools that you need to keep those goals and dreams moving forward. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're talking about this. That's why we're taking the time out, because this will work in any economy, in any situation, in any time. State of mind, self-talk. Now we're talking about strategy.
Absolutely. So speaking of, they say we're going through another quarantine. Do you think that's going to be the case?
Well, I know you are listening to HouseHeist Uncut.
Plug.
But, honestly, I don't think it will be like it was before.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I don't think they'll shut the entire country down like they did before.
They didn't shut the entire country down before. That's why we're
sort
in this situation.
Sort of, kind of, not really. They did. Like, we stayed at home for months and months at a time. You had your people on the front line working and pushing the economy forward, getting things going. But at the same time, if they don't close the country down, which I hope they don't, but at the same time I do, you still need to probably quarantine yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say and we get fearful, and we're Americans, and you can't tell us to do anything. You can't tell us to put on a mask. You can't tell me not to go here or go there. And I don't necessarily like the term shut it down or shut down. Yes. But, being smart, meaning that, when you are in public places, putting on your mask, wearing your mask, if you don't have to go out to the club or to, whatever event is going on, don't go. Try to kind of, keep yourself and your family safe until we can really get this virus under control. Yes. Real control, not pseudo control.
Like in London, we was talking about in London, they only have 100 cases. Mm-hmm. They've done something right.
Right.
So we must do something right, and it starts with us, the people. And we've done miraculous with this election. We came together as a people to move our country forward. I think we need to come together again as people to get rid of this virus. So if you can, avoid going to as many places that are not necessary. Do your part and help stimulate the economy and help moving the economy, help keeping the economy safe. But at the same time, if you don't have to go somewhere, don't go.
All right. All right.
So that's our tip for the day. So we're back to strategy.
Back to strategy. All right. Anything else to add there?
What's your strategy? What do you want to accomplish? Work backwards from your goal to the beginning. So whatever the end goal is you want to accomplish, work backwards. Start there. I want to be a millionaire in 2 years. Well, let's work backwards. What do we need to become a millionaire in 2 years? What do I have now? What are my gifts? How can I make those gifts better? How can I leverage myself to accomplish this goal? Who do I need? What team members are necessary to accomplish this goal? What kind of financial resources do I need? Just work backwards. What's your strategy?
Love that. You sound like a pastor when you said that last part. What's your strategy?
What's your strategy? Amen.
You sound like a pastor. All right. Next one. Moving on.
Go ahead.
Attitude.
Attitude is everything. And I think Jim Rohn has said it best, man. He said attitude is the key to life. Without the right attitude, nothing can be accomplished. You can have all the strategies. You can do all the self-talk. You can have the right state of mind. But if that attitude sucks, your life sucks.
What is your attitude?
It's like meeting a pretty girl and she got a bad attitude. She ain't pretty no more to you.
Right.
I'm serious. Like, she's not pretty.
That's so true.
Because of her attitude. So
true.
What's your attitude? Tell us about attitude a little bit.
You draw to who the people, wait a minute. You draw to you the people and events which resonate with the energy that you are radiating. You attract what you are.
Wow.
And you attract who you are.
Wow.
That's pretty deep.
That's pretty deep. Say that again for them so they can hear it. It
All
sounds
right.
good
Yeah,
coming off
'cause
your tongue.
Yeah, it did. Let me say it one more time. You draw to you the people and events which resonate with the energy that you are radiating. You attract what you are. And that is so true. You think about, the broken person or the broken woman or the bag lady, as, Erykah Badu said, you attract, those kind of men. So if you're always, in a relationship where it's like down and out and this, what are you attracting? What are you attracting in your life? And that is so very true. And your attitude is a big part of who and what you attract to your life.
Yes. So basically it goes back to that self-talk, that state of mind. And like I said, all that plays a part into your attitude. Even though you may not be where you want to be, but you can have the assurance that you're going to get there with the right attitude because you are focused on what you're focused on. And the right attitude can give you head and shoulders or propel you head and shoulders above any and everybody.
That is so true. And Herb is really good about this because, I try not to because I like to, practice what I preach and then also what, we teach our daughter. But I, sometimes allow my attitude to interfere, meaning that if someone calls and it may have sent me, in a different way. But I'll say this, HBJ tries not to have a bad day, meaning that, you try to really think positive and think, through certain things. And you're always looking for, as you say, the solution to things. And that has rubbed off on me in my attitude and how I attempt to approach things.
Yeah. So finding a solution for situations or issues or problems is the best way. A lot of us get caught up in harping on the problem or the situation that we're in. And that's not always the best thing. What's the end result you're looking for? Okay, if the problem is not the end result or the issue is not the end result you're looking for, why are we wasting our time thinking about it?
Right.
What's the end result you're looking for? what's it going to take me to get there? So we got to change our thinking to think about, okay, I want this to happen, not this. So let's focus on this. What is it going to take for me to get here? And I can read a little thing for you, a little scripture for you. It says, poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor working habits, because most people are hard workers. I say it again for you. Poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor working habits, because most people are hard workers. I was put on this earth to work hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got my work ethic from my mom and my father, and then my grandfather. I stayed with my grandfather for about 3 years, and I saw him get up each and every morning to go to work. He would get up about 6 o'clock in the morning. He wouldn't come back home to about, I think he used to work 12, 14-hour shifts, so it'd be later on in the afternoon. And my grandmother would have his meal waiting for him when he got home. He would also bring his check home to her, which tripped me out. Like, he went home, he went and worked hard, and he brought his check home.
She was probably the household manager.
So she was.
They had
yes,
their own.
I know what she was, woman.
Don't do that. Don't do grandma like that.
And I love both of my grandfather is a very instrumental. Like I said, he was a hard worker. So because of him, I learned to work hard. And I thought all this time that it was about me working hard to get to my goals and accomplish my goals. But it's not about you physically working hard.
Right.
A lot of people think,
because you can, and you're absolutely right. Your mindset. I mean, you could be working hard, whatever it is you're doing every day, doing the same thing day in and day out, and you're, thinking not your attitude is not right, or your thoughts are not right. And so you typically never really grow.
Okay. And that's the absolute truth. Like, you never really grow because you're banging away at the problem. You're banging away at the problem.
Absolutely. All right. So attitude. All right. Next step, action. What action are you going to take moving forward? What will you do? We always say when opportunity knocks.
Answer.
So what will you do to answer the opportunity that's presented to you?
Begin to free yourself at once by doing all that is possible with the means you have. And as you proceed in the spirit, the way will open for you to do more.
I love that. Action. What actions are you going to take? What when you map out your strategy, how are you going to put those the strategy that you map out, how are you going to put that into action? All right, so it's time to recap.
And let me say this one thing about strategy. Because something doesn't work the first time, don't mean you abandon that. Maybe you need to tweak 1 or 2 ingredients within that strategy. It's not that the man above don't want you to have what you're going after. Or it's not that this doesn't work. Change it up a little bit. Keep hammering away at it. I guarantee you'll get to where you're going. I assure you that. With the right state of mind, the right self-talk, the right strategy, the right attitude.
And then putting it all into action.
Massive action. Non-stop, can't stop, won't stop action.
All right, so this has been us just talking to you, giving you tips, sharing information with you on HouseHeist Uncut, the Millionaire Mindset Edition. So, again, HBJ and Gabrielle Henderson, HouseHeist Uncut.
We're giving you information that we know works in any economy, in any time. It's a proven strategy. We do it each and every day of our lives. We've infected other people to do that with their lives. So now we are giving you this information, and we want you to take it and run with it.
All right, so Millionaire Mindset Edition again on HouseHeist Uncut. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you'd like to hear more information, go to our website, househeist.com, and join our community.
We always say, when opportunity knocks,
answer.
We believe when opportunity knocks.
You must answer.